Hello everyone, my name is Kanchan Jyoti. I am a student in Federation University. My student ID is 30113639. I am going to discuss different topics of contemporary challenges for IT managers, ITEC 6207. This topic is all about disaster recovery. Disaster recovery is the area of security scheduling that deals with the guarding an organization from the properties of significant undesirable events or disasters. Disaster recovery plan is a plan for business continuity in the occasion of a disaster that can affect part or all of the business resources, including IT equipments, data records, and the physical space of an organization. Disaster recovery is developed in the mid to late 1970s. So disaster recovery plan has gained urgent needs as a computer center managers began to recognize the dependence of their organizations on their computer systems. At that time, most systems were batch oriented mainframes, which in many cases could be down for a number of days before significant damage would be done to the organization. So disaster categories, disaster has few categories which I'm going to mention now. First one is environmental. Environmental disasters are one in which atmosphere affects the system, such as earthquakes or rainstorms. The other one is hardware. Hardware comprises not only the server itself, but comprising network devices and other reliant on hardware, such as domain controllers. So the examples are motherboard failure or damaged cables. So broadcasting. The other category is broadcasting. Hard drives have one major weak point, that they are magnetic tape. For example, a failing disk drive and corrupted disk. So user category. User error is the most difficult category to deal with. User errors are impulsive and possibly disturbing in their impact, just as a tragedy is an. So to overcome these issues, disaster recovery plan comprises of actions intended to minimize the negative effects of a disaster and allow the organization to maintain or quickly resume their mission's critical functions. The data recovery plan is usually divided into two major sections. Planning, it contains different stages: stability during a inhibition, pre-disaster, stability during a disaster, regaining post-disaster. So the other one is contingency. It includes building facilities, communications, IT infrastructure, etc., etc. In information technology, disaster recovery steps may include restoring servers or mainframes with backups, re-establishing remote branch exchanges, or meeting local area networks to meet immediate business needs. A typical disaster recovery plan has several stages, including how to contract with disaster. So first, we have to identify threats and where the critical data are located. Backup data and check to see that work is done correctly and according to the requirements by periodically restoring data from tape. Make sure that the backup can be effectively retrieved. Make sure we store vital document off-site. Find the best location and method for storing data. Test the plan or tactic at least twice a year to check any updated required or not required. Understanding an organization's overall activities and how all of its resources are interconnected with each other. Assessing an organization's vulnerability in all areas, including operations, operating procedure, physical space and equipment, data integrity and contingency planning, understanding how all levels of the organization would be affected in the event of a disaster, developing a short-term recovery plan and a long-term recovery plan, including how to return to normal business operations, and prioritizing the order of functions that are resumed. Testing is including in this recovery as well, and consistently maintaining, updating the plan as the business changes. This was my topic. Thank you everyone for your listening.